my superpower is loving people up, and it's working, and people feel really loved up. And I think we're needing that on the planet right now with so much divisiveness and other things that are going on and coming out of COVID. So it's perfect timing, actually.
Emmy-winning and multi-Grammy nominated recording artist Toni Childs is currently on tour with her show A Retrospective, celebrating her life's musical works. This tour also provides a sneak peek into her upcoming album, It's All a Beautiful Noise, which was inspired by the urgency of saving our pollinators. Here's our chat with Toni Childs ahead of her show at the Civic Theatre on the 2nd of November. You're currently on tour and you're doing a show called A Retrospective. So I'd love to know, what have been some performances that have stuck with you throughout all of these years?
Oh, God. I think that, well, last year I opened for the Corrs, and Sydney, I can't remember the venue. It's this huge venue. What is it called? The arena there. Anyway, they sang happy birthday to me, 21,000 people. And that was pretty amazing. And I had this really beautiful cake, and yeah, it was pretty momentous.
How did it feel? Was it weird, being in the center of 21,000 people? It can be kind of awkward having people sing happy birthday to you usually, right?
It was really unexpected. I didn't expect them to. They wheeled the cake out in front of the audience, and then I made a wish, and then they sang happy birthday, and I wasn't even really expecting that, and it was awesome.
Now, speaking of other experiences, I'd love to know, I saw the performance that you did with Al Green. How did that come about, and what was working with Al like?
Well, the David Letterman show was celebrating an anniversary that they had, and they wanted Tina Turner to do it, but for whatever reason, she couldn't do it. So they reached out to me. What was interesting is that I was being reunited with my stepfather, and I hadn't seen him in decades. And he was there, and they were like, look, I said, look, I'm visiting with a person who I've known in my early life. And, I'm really sorry because I haven't seen him in years. And they were like, we'll fly you out, both of you out, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, really, I don't really know. And then my stepfather was like, you've got to do it. But I don't like flying. He's afraid of flying. So he didn't go with me. And so it was kind of an interesting, kind of a crazy thing just out of nowhere. And then, of course, I'm such a huge fan of his. So I was fangirling. I was so nervous, on that stage with him. And he was cool. He was like really kind of standoffish. But when that camera rolled, he just went boom, showtime.
Wow. That's incredible. And they kind of changed up the song for you, right? So how
Yeah.
did that happen? Did you get to jam it out beforehand?
No, we didn't. We did not. It was just like, here it is. And it was like, okay. Yeah. So I was a little bit like a deer caught in the headlights, but it was amazing. I mean, you had Santana and Melissa Etheridge was on backing vocals. It was like this amazing band and group of people. What an honor, really. It's just I got to sing with Peter Gabriel. He sang on my third album, I Met a Man, a song I wrote while I was at Real World, and got a chance to have him sing on the album. That was pretty special.
Something else that's very special is that you're about to release a brand new album called It's All a Beautiful Noise. Can you tell me
Correct.
what was going on in your life when you were putting these songs together?
Oh my God. It's a long story. I think it's too long for this interview, but the brunt of it is I started seeing there was a lot of bee collapse happening around the planet.
Mhm.
And I wanted to celebrate the bees on our planet and our pollinators on our planet. And so that's the focus of the new show that will tour in 2027. And that show is 2 hours of nonstop animation and a lot of high-tech audience engagement. So when you come to the show, you're given one of 6 possible masks, and each mask has an addressable LED light that I control from the stage, and they're masks of a pollinator. They're like kind of on a popsicle stick. You hold them up,
Wow.
and then underneath each mask is a URL. And at the end of the show, I invite people to go online on a treasure hunt. And at the end of the treasure hunt, they're asked to send their masks to a physical location where all the masks are put into one giant public installation, making a big, beautiful noise for our pollinators. So I'm doing some crazy ass stuff, like singing to whales and dolphins, and yeah, a lot of really cool things rolling out this decade.
Yeah. Have you had that idea in the back of your head for a long time, or is it just kind of
For which idea?
for the LED masks?
Yeah, no, I have been developing. I'm an installation artist as well.
Yeah.
And so this is something, yeah, I've had it for a while. So this has been in development since 2014.
Wow. It's going to be incredible to see it all come to life, right?
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And the new songs that are dropping. So right now on the retrospective that I'm doing, I play music from It's All a Beautiful Noise, the 3 singles that will drop next year, and people are loving it. I realize that I have a superpower. My superpower is loving people up, and it's working, and people feel really loved up. And I think we're needing that on the planet right now with so much divisiveness and other things that are going on and coming out of COVID. So it's perfect timing, actually.
Yes. So you're going to be here in Newcastle on the 2nd of November to perform at the Civic Theatre. And you actually have you're offering an incredible experience, which is the VIP meet and greet package. Now, I feel like you don't really get to see many of these packages about anymore. So what do you love about getting to meet your fans and connect with them?
Well, I like doing it right before my show, about a half an hour before the show. I meet with my VIPs, and I get to find out about them. They know about me. So I get them to tell me what do they do in life, all of these kinds of things. And it energizes me for the show. I love it. I love hearing what people are doing and how they're navigating life. And people share like some deep things that are going on in their lives. And everyone in the group generally really, connects. And it's really nice. And it's great. It gets rid of any kind of nerves I might have before I go on show, and it energizes me, and I feel connected. It's really good.
Amazing. Toni, thank you so much for spending some time with me today. Can't wait to see you here in Newcastle on the 2nd of November.
Well, thank you so much for talking with me.